Good morning, YouTube. Well, it could be afternoon, evening, whenever the hell you're watching this. How are we? Hope everyone is good. So, I thought I would do a bit of a vlog. Sorry if you can hear my kettle having a mad one in the background, but it is early, it is a busy check-in day for me, so I need coffee. I need all of the coffee. But today is a very exciting day because I am basically going somewhere today, which is basically going to signify what my next goal is, what the next chapter for me is now that the shoot is done. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, or I'm guessing there's probably a teaser in the thumbnail, you probably already guessed what it is, but if you haven't, and you are like, well, what is the next chapter? I'm just going to keep it a bit of a secret. So, I'm going to show you exactly what it is that I'm doing today. I'm going to basically explain my next chapter and talk you through a little bit of how my first week has gone post-shoot, because I am now just over a week post-shoot, so talk you through how week one of the reverse has gone. But for now, I'm gonna have some caffeine, and I'm gonna do some check-ins with my girls, which I'm always excited for. It's my favorite, well, my check-in days are Thursday and Friday are my favorites. I just love catching up with them, seeing how they've been progressing with their goals, but it's a busy one. I need to make sure that they're all checked in, and I've got feedback to them and responded to them before I leave. I need to leave about 12. This is the thing about Google Maps, right? I don't know if you hate this. When I put in the, you know, how long is it going to take me? It said, oh, anywhere between 30 minutes to just over an hour. It's like brilliant. So I could be there mega early. I could also be pushing it. So I'm going to give myself an hour. So I need to leave at 12. So I've got plenty of time, but I don't like rushing. So that's my kettle boiled. I'm going to have some coffee and I'll catch up with you in a bit. So that is check-ins all done. I was actually going to show you something I just made, but I've just drank it all. But I can show you the remains. Bit of a diet hack, even though I'm not dieting, but I'm reverse dieting, so I'm still dieting. Because it's so warm and I wanted caffeine, I didn't want another coffee because this office gets warm because of where the sun shines through. Like, I'm not going to show you because I can't be bothered because I've got this in one hand. But blended iced coffee, game changer. So you just make your coffee, let it go cold, add a shit ton of ice, add some sweetener if you like me, you like it sweet. And it's like a little, I mean, let's be real, it's not a freaking, you know, frappuccino from Starbucks, but this is 0 calories, so who's winning? Me. That's who. But honestly, game changer in this weather. So that's check-ins all done. So it is now 10 o'clock pretty much. So I'm gonna go and do some steps. I would normally go and do them on the treadmill and reply to clients at the same time. But it's such a nice day. I feel like I should go out and go for a walk, because I'm not sure what to do. Like, as in outside along the canal or something. So I don't know. But I've got quite a fair few steps to do. I don't really want many to do when I get back tonight from where I'm going. Well, it won't be tonight, but this afternoon from where I'm going. So I need to go and do those now. But God, my leg DOMs from yesterday. So I did my first new, it was quads and hamstrings on my training split yesterday. I feel like a newbie in the gym again, and my legs are so sore. Just sitting down, my arse hurts. So this is gonna be fun. But we move, literally. So I'm gonna go do some steps and I'll catch up with you soon. So just having my second meal now, which is beef mince, green beans and potatoes. Diet, well, not diet hacks, but just hacks to make this meal better. Air fry your potatoes to make chips, and with your beans, cook it in a little bit of water and then add your smoked paprika, and it kind of goes like bolognese, sort of, ish, but it tastes really good. So I'm actually really excited for this meal. We'll add a little bit of ketchup, and then I need to be hitting the road soon, which is super exciting, but I'm actually really hungry, so I'm gonna eat this now.
The world has been broke down. The world is just enough.
Well, I completely failed at that whole, you know, vlogging where it is that I'm going. I just got very, very, you know, behind on time. I was like, oh, I need to leave now. And then when I was leaving, I realized it was like nearly rush hour. Kids' schools were going to close. I was like, I don't want to get caught in that traffic because it's not that far away. But where have I been? I went to Dewsbury. Most people are like, I don't know where that is. But it's about 40 minutes drive from me to go and see Kayla, who is a very renowned, very good posing coach in the UK. She specialises really in like figure, really, and PCA, and that's what we're aiming for. So there you have it. That is the next goal. Quite a few of you had guessed it, but I thought I would just basically come on here and talk through the plan of action moving forwards. So before I get started on my goals, I do think that whenever you do a goal, especially a fat loss phase, it's super important to know what your next step is, because it's very easy to feel very lost afterwards, because you worked so hard for a certain goal for a certain date and then it's gone. And it can be very, very hard to process that, especially if you have been working hard. And if you don't have something next to work towards, that's when it's so easy to go into quite a bad headspace, and potentially into sort of either continuing to restrict your eating, feeling nervous around food, you know, having a negative relationship with food in that instance, or of course binge eating. And I found at the start of my reverse, the first few days very, very mentally challenging from the restrictive mindset, because that is where I come from, having had a past history with anorexia. And I kind of knew prior to ending the prep that this is what I wanted to do, but I wanted to discuss it with Vic first in terms of time frames and timelines and her honest thoughts, because, you know, there's no point me, you know, doing something if I'm not ready. So we discussed it, and she's very confident, based on the changes that I have made, that we can probably go for next year, all being well. By all being well, what I mean is obviously my health, because we know that in the past I have had issues with hormones, issues with digestion, so we need to make sure that health is in a good space. And I made enough progress, you know, I don't want to go for it and, you know, be out of place. I want to go for it with a good chance of placing and winning, ultimately. So I need to be ready. So that is the goal. Back end of next year is to go on to the PCA toned figure stage. I probably will do other feds as well. You know, there's UK DFBA, there's FitX, there's absolutely loads. The NFM, is that what it's called? There's loads, and I probably would do multiple, because there's no point just doing one show if you put all that work in. But PCA toned figure is where my heart has always lied. It's where I've always felt I want to be. It's where my physique fits, because you don't need to have huge amounts of muscle mass, and I don't, but you don't need that shape, and naturally I have that shape, and that's what I wanted to go towards when I first started prepping in 2020. That seeing that figure stage and people competing in that category was what inspired me to get on stage in the first instance. So that is the plan of action. So what are we doing now? So obviously right now I'm a week into my reverse diet. I don't know my calories, I don't know my macros. I can guess, but I don't know, and I'm kind of finding that easier not knowing, because as well, for me, because of the struggles with restriction that I do have, if I've got a meal plan, I'm sticking to it. You know, I'm not changing anything, I'm not, you know, taking anything away. I find it very, very easy to just there's my task at hand, I have to do it. Whereas when I have macros, it can be quite sort of anxiety provoking, be like, what can I fit in, or is that too much? And it's all very rational thinking patterns that will go with time, the more I get into the reverse and into a building phase. But for now, I am still quite anxious about the process of weight gain, which is inevitable. You know, weight gain is inevitable right now. Body fat gain is inevitable. I can already tell that I'm not as diced, so to speak, as I was, but I do think a lot of that is food volume and carbs, because my carbs have come up massively. You know, I've got carbs in every meal now, even on a rest day. My dad looks quite good in that angle. I'm like, oh, I'm so fluffy now. But I have a few lines still. I'm not a total potato. To be fair, my weight isn't up that much. It is coming up slowly, but it's not, you know, it's not jumped up loads like some people, like, you know, 3 kilos post prep, and mine's come up a little bit, you know, but I'm pretty much within the same weight as I was in the peak week. So I'm kind of happy, and I'm checking in with Vic regularly to make sure that we are just gaining slowly, because one, for my mentality's sake, and two, because there is absolutely no point in just gaining loads of weight, because it isn't going to be muscle. You know, you don't build muscle that fast as a female, sadly. It'd be so good if I was like, woo, 10 pounds heavier and it's all freaking muscle, I am massive. Nah, you know, it's all going to be body fat, and then you just have to pull it off again, and You know, that's, nah. So yeah, next year, hopefully, back end is when I will be getting on stage. So I'm thinking I am going to do a bit of, you know, documenting, reverse dieting, documenting, because no one documents reverse dieting. No one documents sort of this bit between like finishing a diet or a prep and building into the surplus. There seems to be a bit of a grey area with this content, and I think it's because people do struggle and no one wants to document themselves struggling, which I get. But I think it'd be really, really good for people out there who have finished a diet, whether it's a general holiday diet, just a diet because they want to diet, a photo shoot prep, a bodybuilding prep, to have something to watch that is relatable to, because I'm never afraid to share how I'm actually feeling. You know, if I've struggled, I'm going to say. If things have been a challenge, I'm going to say, like I have done right now. So that is where we are at. I'm getting on stage next year. I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited. And the posing, as you can see, I'm very out of practice because I've not done a posing lesson since January 2020 with Kayla. But I really enjoyed it, and I will be aiming to go sort of once a month, once every 3 weeks. And I realised I need to get myself some posing shoes because I was posing in my like trainers. I don't have any shoes yet, but you know, I want to start. I want to get into this. So yeah, that's where we're at. So exciting times ahead. I'm really excited to get stuck in, and you know, this is what I need to focus on. I need to focus on the end goal of building some goddamn muscle, because I still have some decent muscle that I need to build in order to be competitive. And that's what I need to focus on in this phase. So operation, get absolutely massive, well not massive, but build some muscle, get on stage next year is a freaking go. And I'm so ready and I'm so excited. It's been a long time coming, but we're finally back on the road to the bodybuilding stage. Let's freaking go. I realised I've not really done anything to end this video, so I thought I would end the video by basically telling you, if you care, that I now have pre-bed bowls back in my life. They are on my meal plan on both a training and a rest day. Rest day, I don't get cereal in it, but I do get blueberries, I do get dark chocolate, and I do get the Perform whey back in my life because I got proper whey, so I get to have the chocolate orange, yay, back in my life. So just thought I'd end the video on that pointless fact with my super cool marble bowl, because I am that cool. But I'm going to leave this video here because I'm going to eat my pre-bed bowl and go to bed. Thank you for watching. I hope you are excited for the next chapter. I've just announced it on Instagram, and I've had a lot of support, which is pretty cool. It always blows my mind that people are actually, you know, people actually care about what I'm doing. You know, I had so much support on the shoot prep, and I've had so much support already for this side of things. So every single person who comments, likes, watches, just know that it's mind-blowing that people are invested in me. So I aim to please. So please let me know what kind of content you want to see as well, because obviously you guys are investing your time into me. So if you want to see full days of eating, training, tips, tricks, Q&As, let me know and I'll provide. But over and out for this week. Thank you once again for watching. See you on another episode.